guys, it's morning day 5 and it's a cold morning this morning. There's frost on the canoe. I think it's because we're right close to the river, you know. That temperature's just really low in the water, so which I thought would happen actually. But yeah, nice fire going, makes everything much better. So we're gonna get this a bit bigger and then get some coffee on. Sun's coming up now. It's just coming up over the trees behind me, and everything will just warm up really quick like it did yesterday. But this is the coldest morning I've had on this trip so far, so sometimes quite nice though, because there's been a lot of intense heat. Running those rapids yesterday, it was red hot, so yeah, sweated a lot yesterday in that dry suit. Enjoying this fire. Simple things in life. That's what I love about these trips. Just brings you right back to the simple things in life. Appreciating things like heat from a fire, you know. Appreciating, really enjoying that nice cuppa on a morning. And just taking it slow. The animals have just been phenomenal. You know, it's only day 5 now and I've seen moose, bear, otter. I think I saw a caribou up on the high grounds. I would love to see a wolverine, but I've heard they're very elusive, and I'd love to see a wolf, but hey ho, we're doing well so far and it's only day 5, so fingers crossed. Just got to keep your eyes peeled because you move so fast on the river, you're kind of missing stuff, and just keep an eye on the riverbank as well and what's going on. Right, finish this coffee and then get some pancakes on. And next up we have the half moon pancake, crescent pancake, I'm going to call this. Needs flipping. Clearly haven't got the skills. Pillock. Go on the bloopers, that one. It's got to be like the ultimate morale food. Pancakes and coffee. It is for me anyway. I'm going to have a few more of these. Crunchy. Signs of a big fire just spotted through that gap. Maybe that was it. There's a big gap in the forest there. You just see right behind, about 100 metres back, an old burn, maybe from last year. I know there was fires on the Hess last year. Yeah, that's one thing I need to be aware of as well, but Conditions have been perfect, been on my side because we've had a bit of rain off and on for the past couple of weeks. I think that's dampened everything down. So the fires aren't as bad, still bad, further around by Mayo and things, there's some big ones going. But it is a natural phenomenon for the northern boreal forest. It's how it regenerates. All this black spruce burns and then it comes back. The fireweed grows after that, and then within like 2 years it's all green again. Even after a year you're seeing green shoots come through. Okay, first rapid of the day, go straight into it, class 3. things appear differently when you get closer, for good and for bad. Let's see what's going on. Just want to avoid the big boulders. I'll put this boulder to the left here. Train all the way through. All right. Next set of rapids, next horizon line. Eddy out on the right. Let's have a scout. Looks low again. This is when problems happen, when it's actually lower. Yeah. Sticky. Always go where most of the water's going, which is here. Contour line here, I reckon, crosses the map, crosses the river. A significant drop. Time for a little leg stretch. Good progress this morning. We've covered nearly 13 mile, so that's good going. Get this dry suit off. Hop. Oh, that's better. I think we'll make use of this sun and get the panels out and get some stuff charged, because I'm running low on power. Just got to keep remembering to try and keep these batteries topped up. Not that there's much sun, but it's kind of better than nothing. We're running low a little bit, but they're doing all right. Kettle's boiled. This looks good. Just kicking back here a bit and just letting everything settle down after that day and a bit of chaos on the whitewater section. Nice and flat. Back to nice and calm. I tell you, the vistas here are just phenomenal. Just endless options for exploration. Yeah, such a rich experience being out here. You know, probably doesn't do it justice on camera, but it's just a different experience being in the wilderness by yourself. And it was nice being with Joel, but you know, this trip was about, you know, being solo for a good period of time. So I know he's not too far behind me, which is quite a good feeling in a way for him and me. But yeah, going to get some good distance in today, day 5. Let's crank it up a bit. Still enjoy it, but just go at a steady pace. And the beauty is, you know, we're not like in the UK. We're sort of, sometimes when you do a big paddle, you battle against daylight and you don't want to be on the water when it's dark and all that. But you just haven't got that problem here. You could paddle into, you know, 12 o'clock at night if you wanted. And I think it only gets dusk at like 2. So you haven't got that problem. Another thing was, you know, you totally lose your disregard. You lose your regard for bears and things like that when you're running white water. All that just goes out your head. So you've got to, it just kind of struck me when I was sort of going up the riverbank. You know, what if one just pounces out or whatever? Still keep making plenty of noise, you know. Joel seemed very, very, very relaxed about the whole thing. Didn't have a firearm. You know, he's from up here. You just never know. Not that I'm paranoid, because I'm not now. I'm much more relaxed about them. But there's a lot going on. You've got to kind of keep all your senses going. Yeah, we've got a nice steady flow. Just enjoying the chill for a bit. More poor problems. This shit keeps happening, look. Excuse my French, but a little sheath just disappears into one of them. All my problems out here in the wilderness, this is a big problem. You can see it. What you've got to do is just keep pulling and hoping that it'll catch it and bring it out. Well, good evening, folks. End of day 5, and I'm in the tent because basically it's raining outside and I'm pretty whacked. Had another big day today. Didn't think there was going to be as much white water as there was. There's about 19 rapids in total. Ran all of them, which was great. Didn't come out once. Had a little bit of a slip on a rock earlier on, but managed to recover it. But yeah, just like another tough day. Big mileage in, and scenery was phenomenal. Pushed out over 20 miles, so got to this gravel bar next to a creek, but then the weather's just changed. So I know I've just got a weather forecast before, and we've got a bit of rain coming for the next couple of days. So, excuse me, it's is what it is. We'll just see how that pans out. But at least tomorrow is pretty much a rapid-free day. I hope there's some good flow in the river, though. I hope there's not too many sort of long, flat spots. Oh, got a little spider up there. See it? He's outside the tent. Got loads of mosquitoes here, right next to the river. It's there's a lot of them on the outside waiting to get in for my blood. So yeah, it's about 8:30 now. Still blazing sunshine. Well, it's still light. It's a bit overcast. I'm gonna get my head down, get an early start tomorrow on the river again for day 6. I'm approaching halfway, I think, so if not halfway. So yeah, and just get some good mileage in tomorrow, enjoy it, and then try and spot some wildlife. But it's not an easy trip, this. It really isn't. It's a challenging, but you know, it was supposed to be. So I'm certainly getting a challenge here, and I can't wait to share the footage with everybody and put it all together somehow. All right, anyway, that's me signing off. See you day 6 tomorrow. Good night. Definitely looks like power lines. It looks like there's a little, or it might be a survey station. I don't know. Let's check it out. Might be a good place for a coffee break, actually. A little bit of a point of interest. Big brother is watching you everywhere, even in the wilderness. It's a bit weird. Yeah. Pretty locked up. Probably got motion sensors on it and all sorts. Oh no. No, it is a cabin. That's a pulley system. That's a pulley system. We're pulling stuff across, backwards and forwards. Bizarre. Maybe it's something to do with mineral exploration. Possibly. Well, I'm going to get a coffee here because that's me on 20 miles. And I could quite fancy one, so we'll tie up and have a little bit of have a coffee and have a bit of an explore around this cabin or whatever it is. Blocked up with wood. Not a bad idea. Hey mate. Oh, here we are. Carabiner. Oh. Well, I probably shouldn't be in here, but I'm not going to do anything in here. Awesome. Lots of survey equipment and stuff for the water levels. People must come in here now and then just to maintain it all, obviously, because it's everything's up and running. Here we are. The gauging station and survival shelter is operated by the Water Survey Canada for the purpose of collecting water level and discharge data. Regular visits to the station are carried out by the Whitehorse office. General public visiting this site are welcome to use the facility. Please keep the area clean and tidy. If you need to use firewood, please replace it before you depart. You are welcome to sign in the guest book and provide comments. If you deem it necessary to use and disposable items in the shelter, then please contact Wade Hartiat in Whitehorse. Notify them of the items used. Wow, that's kind of them. So you can use it. Some good comments in there. Tons of grizzly shit everywhere outside. Quite interesting. I have heard of people ski touring up the Stuart River when it's all iced up. A friend of mine's done that. That just sticks on. And when it's hot, it expands. Coffee in a survey cabin in the wilderness. It's a first for me. Knife will do the job. Wow. Initially I just saw a bit of landslip there, but it's all the way around this corner here. Look at that. It's all just eroded away. Initially I thought it was fire, but it's not. It's all that has just fallen. Probably with it, as I say, through the ice. With the ice melt, when it all thaws, brings it all down. The erosion of the river cutting away at the bottom. What a mess up there. Yeah, water's been running through there. Wow. What I need to see now is a big lump of gold sticking out, about the size of a brick. That'll do. What did I say? Right hand line. Should have had my dry suit on there. It's a silly decision. Never mind. So I need to measure my total distance, but I think I'm on about 70 odd miles so far. For some reason it's not letting me calculate the total distance on my GPS. I'll have to fiddle about. I'm not very tech savvy, but yeah, starting to sort of show now the welts here from paddling, so I'm gonna have to put some gloves on because my hands are getting pretty trashed. And through experience in the past, once your hands go, life becomes much more difficult, so I need to look after these. I have just spotted a cabin. Look at this. Whoa. Okay. I knew there was a cabin on this river. I just didn't know where. God, that was a stroke of luck. I'll just secure this up here. Lots of fresh wood here. Someone's been coming here trapping. So just out of the trees I came across this beautiful log cabin. I've been dying to see one of these for forever. It's proper traditional made cabin, probably built in the woods where it is now, from the trees around it. It's been link logged, you know, it's been done properly, cut together properly, and moss roof and chinked inside in between the logs with moss as well. So pretty awesome build, and it's just full of equipment as well, just been abandoned. Maybe someone hasn't been up here for over a while, or it's just so remote to get to, so it's not the easiest places to get to. That's probably why it's in a state it is. And I imagine there's probably been a bear or two or whatever else in here trying to see if there's any food. Nails, hammers, axes, a lot of kit in here. It's collapsed there, look, it's rotten. That's what's happened. It's just rotten over time and maybe collapsed in. There's the flue pipe for the stove. Wow. Okay, and so here we are, end of day 6, final destination. 32.5 miles done, and we are at Emerald Creek. Woohoo! Big day, biggest day yet. Gonna get camp set up and then try a bit of fishing. Freshwater creek as well, I think. It's a nice clean water coming down it. Look at this. Perfect finishing spot for the day. Beautiful. Ta-da! Put some rocks on them pegs just in case. Just an absolute stack of driftwood here. And the mosquitoes are starting, so without further ado, oh, I think I've just seen a moose getting a drink. Oh, yeah, doesn't see me. That's lucky. Focus. Well guys, I just sat by the fire. That is end of day 6. Yes, end of day 6. And it is nearly 9 o'clock here. I think we've covered about 32 and a bit miles. That was due to, in fact, just getting on the water nice and early and just going for it. Not sort of going really hard, just steady, but just going with the flow all the time, going with the current, just keeping it constant. It was an absolutely outstanding day again today. Not as many rapids. But scenery wise again, just like breathtaking. It just, I know I keep saying this, but it is, it's phenomenal. more so being aware of what's around you all the time. Your mind kind of slips a bit and sort of back into UK mode where... So just setting up the fishing kit. Just hear some big rumbles of thunder coming from over there. So just getting a lot of my stuff away, just in case it comes in. Been in a situation before where it just all of a sudden comes in fast and then just soaks everything, so just get it all in now. Yeah, that thunderstorm came and it was lashing it down. Well, just like that, 20 minutes later, the sun's come out. So, managed to get a fire going. This spot is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Got this creek coming in and then rapids around the corner. So I'm just gonna get the drone up and have a bit of a scout of these rapids. But cracking spot. There's an old saying goes here apparently, if you think the weather's bad, just wait a while and it'll soon change. And it's that mountainous weather. It's in and out all the time. Right, it's time to get this drone up. Yeah, that's me signing off. Day 7 tomorrow.